What up, my friends? Welcome back to my channel. Today we have an Aldi haul. I haven't been in Aldi in a while. I haven't shared an Aldi haul in a while. I have mixed feelings about Aldi. I know people love Aldi so much and I love their prices, but their consistency leaves a little bit to be desired. With the very specific meal planning that I do, it's difficult for me to utilize Aldi because sometimes I'll go in there and they don't have a single onion available. You know, like it's not just nitpicky things, it's like staples that seem to be either out or in a bad way. Me and Aldi, we're still figuring each other out. I did go in there. I really didn't have a plan, which is not like me, but I did want to stick to a budget. So in this video, we're going to find out how you can spend $100 at Aldi and exactly what it can get you. By the way, if you hear like a whistling happening in the background, that's just Darla. She's my dishwasher. She's doing her thing right now. One of my best employees, I gotta tell you. It's a Bosch dishwasher and she's the best. Anyways, back to Aldi. This has inspired me because like I said, I went in without much of a plan, spent $100, and when I put the $100 out on my counter, I was like, I feel like this is a lot. I feel like I could create a lot with what I bought. Now, Aldi is known for their low prices, so the $100 goes pretty far at an Aldi. What would it look like if I made conscious choices at a regular grocery store with $100? So in today's video, we're gonna see what $100 at Aldi buys you without a plan. I'm also gonna be sharing 2 recipes in this video, and they're kind of toddler related. That's the stage of life I'm at, but they are really delicious. I made them with the intention of them being for the toddlers, but both John and I ended up dipping into the back stock of them. One was pumpkin apple spice muffins, and they're super healthy. They're made with oatmeal, no flour, minimal sugar, but they don't feel like they're missing anything. Super delicious, very wholesome muffins. So although I try to make very balanced and wholesome choices for the kids, I still buy chicken nuggets when I go to Costco. I buy the Kirkland brand chicken nuggets, and sometimes my toddlers eat that. I have no problem with that. I try to have a good balance where they're eating mostly wholesome foods, but every so often we're gonna turn to a chicken nugget. However, I did wanna just attempt at making chicken nuggets. For whatever reason, one of the nights I was like, I just want to make some chicken nuggets. So I took the ground chicken that I bought at Aldi, super low price. I think it was like $3.20. And I turned it into chicken nuggets. And they were so delicious. They reminded me of like the McDonald's chicken nuggets. They were very rustic looking. Those are gonna be in this video. And then on Sunday, we're gonna revisit this idea of what $100 gets you at a different grocery store and what I can do with it. I hope that gives you a little bit of a hint as to what we're looking at for Sunday's video. If you're new here, hi, how are you? How's the family? Over here, we tend to do a lot of haul videos. So I'm usually at Costco, Trader Joe's, Sam's Club. I recently joined BJ's. I also share a lot of recipes. If you end up enjoying the vibe while you're here, please consider subscribing and checking out the rest of my channel. And I'll just remind everybody at this time, you can turn on notifications to find out when I upload a video so you don't miss the one on Sunday, because I have a feeling it's going to be incredibly helpful, especially in the season of life that most of us are experiencing with the higher grocery prices. Without further ado, let's dive into the video. Okay, friends, it's been a minute, but we went to Aldi today. I went in with the intention of trying to find some fall goodies to share with you, but I kind of struck out, but I did find a lot of good items for regular groceries, so it wasn't a complete fail. I got a pretty good spread for that 100, so let's dive in and see what we got. I grabbed some grass-fed ground beef because the price at Aldi is among the best that I've seen for grass-fed ground beef, especially since it's organic. So I grabbed 2 packs of those. We'll keep one in the fridge, put one in the freezer. Did I need this pumpkin casserole dish? You may be asking yourself, and thank you so much for asking. The answer is I absolutely did not need it, but it was only $10, and I was seriously like, this would be adorable to put like a little dip in or something if I were to ever socialize with other humans and have enough people over to make a dip. I needed it. I just thought it was beautiful. It was the last one there, so it was like a FOMO situation, like grab it, you know? I also grabbed some of the Aldi version of Rotel and some pumpkin because I've been using this in recipes lately, which is surprising because I don't even really like pumpkin. And then we have some French dressing here because somebody had left me a comment that they do a meatball recipe, I want to say it was, with cranberry sauce and French dressing. Or you could do Catalina dressing. And I'm intrigued. So since I saw it, I was like, let me just grab that. I don't know when I'll get to it, but I do want to try that. This I was excited to see. They had a pumpkin spice version of this and red velvet, and red velvet's more our jam. So I'll probably add this to like some fun coffee mixes. One of my good friends told me that Aldi's chicken tenders are kind of like, if you've ever been in Massachusetts and had Chinese food chicken tenders, they call them chicken fingers. It's coated in a batter instead of a breading. And she said that these tenders are similar to that that style chicken finger. So I'm intrigued by that. We're going to give that a try. Hopefully I picked out the right one because I didn't get a picture from her or anything, but that looks promising. We don't cook with a lot of pork, but lately we've been exploring with it. It's a budget-friendly option. It was only $6.76 for 2¼ pounds of pork. I want to do something with like apples, and my dad makes this like really delicious pork cutlet, and I'm thinking about trying to recreate his recipe. So I grabbed that. And then I also got some boneless, skinless chicken thighs. We've worked through a lot of our chicken thighs that were in the freezer, so I'm kind of just replenishing that. I also saw this. It's kind of like, I think this is Aldi's version of Laughing Cow cheese. It was creamy, garlic, and herb, and that's my vibe. I've also been doing a bunch of stuff lately where I keep needing crackers and I never have crackers on hand. So I love the Aldi pita crackers. I've had them before, but I've never tried the garlic and chive, so I'm excited to do that. For quick breakfasts and things like that, I grabbed some of these bagel skinnies if we want to just do a bagel with cream cheese or like a bagel sandwich. I really like popping into the Aldi bakery section because they usually have some good finds. These are like our favorite. I usually grab them from Kroger, but since I was in Aldi, I just got it here. Baby Dutch yellow potatoes. We just like to have these on hand for fast, easy dinner recipes. I recently did a sheet pan dinner video, and I'll link it down below. I talk about these in there, and we use them in one of the recipes. I just stocked up on rice. This is not my favorite type of rice. I like the cow roast rice that I get from Kroger, but it'll be a little while before we order from Kroger again, so I just grabbed some for us to have. Also saw this fall-shaped pasta. I thought the kids would probably get a kick out of this, so I grabbed some of that. Okay, you guys are gonna laugh at me, but all week long, I've been dreaming about having some sourdough bread with burrata that I had in my fridge from Trader Joe's and like an egg with a little pepper jelly on top. So when I saw the sourdough, I grabbed it, and then I immediately remembered that we finished off the burrata. So my whole dream of having burrata was lost. However, two things. This is a huge loaf of bread, so either way, I was gonna freeze half of it and then just use the other half. If I don't end up getting to it in the next couple days for other reasons, I'll just freeze the whole thing and then have it in the future for the next time I get burrata. I grabbed some bell peppers to replenish, grabbed some emotional support bananas for my kids. Also got some corn on the cob. I had no plan with this, but I was just thinking I'll come up with something with corn on the cob. Corn on the cob screams summer to me, but I don't know. I just like saw it and I was like, we never do anything with it, so I want to come up with something fun for that. For a little treaty treat, I grabbed these soft caramel apples from Werther's Original, and then these right here, you guys, if you are Aldi shoppers, these are so good. Me and John are both obsessed. I almost grabbed two, but I was like, relax, just get one. So I got that and this for our little treats. In the back, I saw these apples. I was a victim of their amazing marketing over here, calling them autumn glory and saying that they have caramel. So we're gonna use this for something with the pork, I believe, and also for snacking. I grabbed a spaghetti squash. We love spaghetti squash for fast, nutritious dinners. Strawberries, the kiddos love it, and so I just grabbed that because they're reasonably priced. Also reasonably priced are raspberries. Grab those for the kids. And then last but not least, I'm like the type that I usually just buy a single onion. Like once a week, I just buy an onion. Aldi did not have any single onions, so I'm stocked up for a while, I guess. Does anybody know how long onions like this last? I've bought a couple of times when I know that I'm doing huge cooking for like several weeks, but anyways, let me know how long these things last for because I don't even know. That is everything I grabbed at Aldi today. All right, friends, first we're diving into a new favorite of my kids, pumpkin apple muffins. These are perfect for cozy mornings and they're toddler approved. I'll have the recipe in the description box with the exact measurements. I always have rolled oats on hand, so instead of using a traditional flour, I like to just use some oats and blend them until they're fine. It's a trick I've learned with doing these toddler style muffins, and they give it a little bit of a rustic taste, so I really enjoy it. Since I had that food processor already out, I went ahead and took the time to toss the apples in there so they'd get diced up really fine since these were for my toddlers, but you can achieve the same effect just by dicing them small with a knife. Next, I got all of the dry stuff into my stand mixer, so I had that oat flour I made, baking powder, a dash of pumpkin pie spice, and a little bit of brown sugar. Then I started adding in the wet ingredients, apple cider, pumpkin puree, an egg, avocado oil, some vanilla extract, and some maple syrup. I mixed that all together until it was fully incorporated and then added in the apples. I spooned that batter out into a muffin tin. I ended up using a mini muffin tray and a full muffin tray that I had greased. and I used just a little cookie scoop to get them evenly distributed. I put those in the oven at 350 degrees. I was able to get an entire tray of the mini muffins and 6 full-size muffins with this recipe. These would be awesome to make a double batch of and stick it in the freezer for those busy mornings when you need a quick, wholesome breakfast to turn to. Next up, we're making homemade chicken nuggets that are not only super easy, but also, again, toddler approved. I loved how budget friendly these were too, because the ground chicken was such a great price. First things first, I preheated the oven to 400 degrees and got myself out a sheet pan with a silicone mat on it. Then in a bowl, I mixed everything except 1 cup of the breadcrumbs, which I set on the side for the coating. I then used a little cookie scoop to measure out even portions for myself, and I dipped those in the breadcrumbs and shaped it into a little nugget. This was one of those things where the more rustic it looked, the cuter it was. I'm not gonna lie, I am probably gonna end up purchasing myself some mini cookie cutters so I can make fun dinosaur shapes and things like that for the kids, because I had so much fun making these. So after shaping them, I laid them out onto a baking sheet, sprayed them with a little bit of cooking spray, and into the tanning bed they went for 15 to 20 minutes. I made sure to flip them halfway through. These made a huge batch that unfortunately didn't last very long in this wild family because they were that good. All right, my friends, thank you so much for taking a slice of your day and spending it with your girl, Kate. It means the absolute world to me. I don't think words could ever express exactly how much I appreciate you guys. You just light up every single day with the comments that you leave. I hope that I delivered back to you some of the joy you bring me. I hope I delivered whatever you needed when you clicked on that thumbnail, and I hope you have a magical day. Bye.